Okay, so choosing a career, it can feel like you're just staring into a crystal ball, right? Just trying to guess what the future holds. But what if it wasn't a guess? What if you had a roadmap, one that pointed directly to where you're needed the most? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore.
Now, seriously, just think about that for a second. Instead of fighting for a spot in some super crowded field, what if you could train for a job where companies are already looking for you? Like actively searching for someone with your exact skills. That's the game-changing idea we're going to break down today.
So let's kind of reframe how we think about this whole thing. This isn't about blind luck, and honestly, it's not just about following your passion into a market that might not have a place for you. No, this is about making a strategic choice. It's about using actual data to find out where you are genuinely, desperately needed.
And that brings us to the key idea here. It's a term called shortage occupations. And I'm not kidding. This might be the most valuable career term you learn all year, especially if what you're after is real, actual job security.
So what exactly is a shortage occupation? Well, in Swedish, they call them bristyrken, and the concept is really simple. It's a job where there are way more openings than there are qualified people to fill them. Think about that. The power dynamic completely flips. Suddenly, companies are competing to hire you.
And look, this isn't just some theory I'm throwing out there. This is based on real data, officially tracked by the Swedish Public Employment Service, Arbetsförmedling. These guys analyze the entire labor market to create forecasts, basically handing you that roadmap to an in-demand career we were talking about.
And the best part is how simple they make it to understand. Just look at these symbols they use. They use these faces to rate your job prospects. See that big, happy, beaming face? That means very high opportunity. We're talking demand is absolutely crushing the supply. That little half smile? Still high opportunity. And the neutral face? Well, that means the market's balanced, so competition is going to be tougher. Your goal here, strategically speaking, aim for the smiles. It's that simple.
Okay, so you've decided you want one of these high-demand jobs. Smart move. But how do you get the right qualifications? In Sweden, your choice usually boils down to two main paths. You've got the traditional university route or the much more industry-focused vocational college. And this comparison here really lays out the strategic choice you have to make. Universities, or högskola, they often focus on broader, research-based learning, which is great, but it can sometimes lead to a bit of a mismatch with what the job market needs right now. Vocational colleges, or yrkeshögskola, YH for short, are built totally differently. They literally only start a program if there's a proven demand from the industry. Plus, they always include practical, hands-on training. It's basically education designed from the ground up to get you a job.
All right. So what do these high-demand jobs actually look like in the real world? Let's get down to it. We're going to look at a few top examples straight from the official forecasts so you can see what aiming for the smiles really translates to. First up, in the world of tech, we've got the system developer. These folks are basically the architects of our digital world.
Yep, you can think of them as the builders. They're the ones creating the software and IT systems that power, well, everything, from the apps on your phone to massive, complex global networks.
And the job outlook? It is that big, happy, smiley face. Very high opportunity. Demand for skilled developers is just through the roof, which means you're looking at multiple job offers, way more power to negotiate your salary, and some seriously fantastic long-term security. Okay, let's switch gears a bit and head over to healthcare, with a profession that is always vital, the nurse. I mean, nurses are the absolute backbone of our healthcare system, right? They're on the front lines, providing essential care, promoting health, and working to prevent illness.
In the forecast for them, high opportunity. That's the slight smile. This is such a critical role that the demand for qualified pros is just always there, always strong. It's a career with incredible meaning and stability.
Next up, let's talk about a role that literally shapes the future, the teacher.
And we're talking about the whole spectrum here, from preschool all the way to adult education. Teachers are just fundamental to the development and success of our entire society. And you know what? The need here is huge. The outlook is very high opportunity, another one of those big smiley faces, especially for preschool and middle school teachers. Our society is genuinely in desperate need of more great educators.
All right, let's jump back to tech for one more crucial role, the IT architect. So if a system developer builds the individual bricks and walls, the IT architect is the one who designs the entire master blueprint for the building. They make sure all of a company's technology, every single piece, works together perfectly to hit its business goals.
And no surprise here, just like with developers,
The job outlook for IT architects is at that very highest level. That big smile again. It's a super strategic role, and there's massive demand from companies who are more than willing to pay top dollar for that kind of big picture expertise.
Okay, so we've talked about the strategy, we've seen some really powerful examples. Now for the most important part. How do you actually do this? Let's put together your personal toolkit to get started.
You really only need 2 essential resources to get going. First, Arbits for Midlingen's website. That's where you're going to find all the latest job forecasts. And second, SCB, which is Statistics Sweden. That's where you can go to research and compare actual salary data, so you can find a job that's in high demand and that meets your financial goals. It's the perfect 1-2 punch.
So we've seen how letting demand guide your career choice can give you an incredible advantage. It changes everything. So the final question to ask yourself isn't just, what do I want to be? It's, of all the amazing careers out there that desperately need someone, which one is the absolute right fit for me?